In this lecture, both dependency injection and inversion of control in action in one single step. So to invert the control of object creation from our application to a container like Spring, get rid of this new credit card impel here. We are not going to create it. Simply mark this field with @auto void from Spring. Hit Control 1, import it from Spring Framework. Once you mark a field with auto void annotation, Spring Framework will search for this class if it is a class, and it will create an object and inject it, provided this class should be marked with a certain annotation. But since in this case this is not a class, this is an interface, Spring is intelligent enough to find an implementation of this interface, which is the credit card impel, and it will then inject it into the customer impel. But we need to tell Spring that this credit card can be instantiated. So to do that, go to the credit card impel and mark this class with @component annotation. This is called a stereotype annotation. It tells Spring that at runtime, this class object can be created or should be created so that it can be used in other classes. Similarly, go to the customer impel and mark this with @component as well, because we are going to use this in our test class. We will inject this customer impel into our test class and test the dependency injection later on. So it's that simple. You need to mark your classes with @component annotation so that Spring can create objects of that class. And once you do that, wherever you want to do dependency injection, simply define a field and mark it with @auto void. This is called field level injection, dependency injection. We can also do it at setter method level and also constructor level. I will show you those two in lectures later on.